No, you can't, Bo. You can't. Wait, we're all...
Welcome!
Welcome to our channel, Stress-Induced Left Eye Twitch. I'm Jillian.
I'm Bo. We're doing a new series called Surviving 101.
101.
101.
Our first edition is Surviving Pregnancy/Birth, the guilt-free way.
/ surviving with somebody who is pregnant / giving birth.
Yeah.
I have no expertise on this except like what I learned through her because
Bo was great the whole time.
She was a miserable
I was so
pregnant.
mean the whole time.
No, literally the only person I think she liked was me.
Yeah, the only person out of everyone.
Including
Okay.
my husband. All right, start us off.
So, first of all, when you think you are pregnant and you go and you buy a pregnancy test, you only need to buy one if it comes out positive.
One. I don't think people are going to take that advice, though.
No.
Okay,
I took 6.
Side note, I am not pregnant. Nor is she pregnant right now. This is not something... No,
this is Surviving 101, so don't ask us.
My teeth look so white.
Yeah, me too. It's because we look tan right now. Anyways, buy one test. If it says positive, odds are you are pregnant.
Did you pee on the stick or did you stick it in the cup?
I peed on all 6. And I took them all in a row.
And they all said pregnant?
They all said
So did you like chug water to get yourself to
Not really. And that's because I was 7 to 8 weeks along.
She was real far along.
Which comes to my next advice. I was 8 weeks pregnant by the time I finally found out I was pregnant. 8 weeks prior to this, I had an x-ray done. I drank a lot of Red Bull and a lot of Monsters, a lot of
Tramadol, pain relievers. Had needles stuck in her back for like a...
Yeah, for a fairly invasive back kind of surgery thing.
Which made her freak out a little bit.
Because I thought my baby would be born with like 3 heads.
And your ultrasound kind of showed some of those like...
Yeah, which we're getting to that
we'll
part.
Get to it.
So, my advice is don't sweat the petty stuff, as our cousin would say. And don't pet the sweaty stuff. If you end up having all this happen before you find out you're pregnant, God will take care of you. It's fine.
Your child probably won't have 3 heads. Now, that does not give you an excuse to continue said activity throughout the pregnancy.
No.
Just stop.
Just stop after you find out.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Before. It's fine. Next thing is, when you do find out you're pregnant, it's good to carry a puke bucket in your car because you may have to just puke on the highway. And sometimes you'll get really good at it.
Okay, but you were good at it because you've grown up your entire life.
I don't have an eating disorder.
She doesn't have an eating disorder. She has just a living disorder, and so she is really good.
Living disorder.
Living disorder. We both have living disorders.
But I kept a bucket or a large Starbucks cup in my
disgusting. Oh, no. Gross. Or she just puked in the bushes.
No, you have to be able to do it while you're driving.
I know, but then you said like you literally just...
Yeah. Sometimes you have to.
There was a lot of puking. How long were you like sick for? Like throwing up sick?
I think it was just only the first trimester.
That's nice.
Yeah, it wasn't that long.
But you felt nauseous.
Yeah, I felt which comes to a couple of different points. Oh, first of all, let's just add this fairly nice part in. If you are pregnant and you do want to find out the gender of your baby, go to Stork Vision. We went as a family at 16 weeks pregnant to find out what the baby was going to be, and it was so fun.
So do they tell you though, like this isn't 100% accurate?
Yeah, but they know what they're doing.
Okay, but it is like extra money. So if you're
it's extra money. It was $99 to do a gender reveal, but you get to bring like as many people as you want. They give you pictures. They do a whole
It was a really cute little... It's like on this huge screen and there's couches, so we all were just sitting there.
Wasn't that like so special though? Like it was really, it was probably one of my favorite parts of my pregnancy because there were no other
and we all were there. Like we all were won't exist.
So we all found out together what the baby was.
And like Dad was there. And
Brooklyn
so,
was there. It was so awesome.
I don't think Brooklyn liked that it was a boy.
No,
but
she was really upset
She
about
has
it.
told me, while you're figuring out next advice, she has told me that if I ever do have a child, which she says I'm not allowed to.
Yeah.
Because she wants to be like me when she grows up. And I'm like, I'm never going to have a kid. Like,
she's always like, I'm going to be like Bo when I grow up and not have babies like you.
Yeah. But she has said that she won't accept it if it's a boy, another boy. She was like, it won't be my cousin if it's a boy. I'm like, oh gosh. All right, keep going.
Okay. So, which comes to your next thing. So, remember, 8 weeks pregnant before I found out may have caused a lot of damage. At our 20-week anatomy scan, they told me that they could not find the child's stomach, that there was a problem with my baby's kidney, livers, and his feet were clubbed. And they couldn't see his stomach. He didn't have a stomach.
That he did not have a stomach.
I think it was about the potentially scariest moment of my life when they told me they could not locate his stomach. So they sent me to a specialist where they did another scan, where they continued to tell me that there were problems, where they sent me to another scan, and then there was all of a sudden no problems. So listen, those things, they're not 100% accurate.
Yeah, don't let them freak
I wouldn't
you out.
even say they're 50% accurate, considering they couldn't see his stomach.
He came out with a stomach.
He
came out with perfectly fine feet and legs, and he didn't have any kidney problems. Like, he was a perfectly healthy baby boy.
I was, like, legitimately preparing myself.
Oh, we all were.
For the whole time.
And that's how our family
pregnant.
works, is we just knew something bad was going to happen.
There's always something horrible that
before
happens
the good stuff
first.
happens. Like, we will either think we all have, like, some kind of deathly disease, and then it turns out fine.
Yeah.
Her child didn't have a stomach, and
Or
it turned out fine.
feet.
Brooklyn, they said her femurs, like, were
not growing.
so that she was going to be a midget.
I don't know if you can say midget.
You can.
Little person.
person.
Which would have been fine if that had been the case.
Oh, it would have been, but, like, that's all that we've been told.
Like, literally, it's always something horrible. So sometimes I think that they can be kind of alarmist, and I wish I wouldn't have taken it that much, because it didn't need to be that big of a deal. Okay, the next one. Do not start house renovating while you are pregnant, because nesting is a real thing. We decided to take down a wall in the middle of our house while I was pregnant, and we didn't finish until about a week before I gave birth.
And they've removed part of their flooring, but have not removed all of it, so it's kind of just
it's a sore spot of my life,
it's just kind of in transition mode right now.
And you want to nest, and you want to get ready, and Bo had to do my entire baby's room because I was just so stressed out and mad, and my feet were hot, and I was just so sweaty all the time, and it was horrible. Next, go to the Goodwill to get your maternity clothes, because you don't need to buy new things. If you want to, fine. No problems, but most of my maternity clothes came from Goodwill or Thrift America. Most of my clothes in general come from there.
Here's a little sub thing. I always wear a size larger or two, than, like, especially in shirts. So
look, this could stretch to 30 people.
Just, like, use what you got.
Yeah.
I get that pants might be a little different, but shirts, you don't need all the
wear
super cute ones
time.
but don't do what you did and
buy Lululemon. I mean, I loved my Lululemon.
They just were a lot.
Okay, so there is a side effect of pregnancy that not a lot of people know about. It's called dead squirrel taste.
Okay, comment below if any of you who are moms now had that, because we all were like, we don't understand what's wrong.
People say, I Googled it, people say it tastes metallic, or it tastes like blood or pennies. No, it tastes like dead flesh is in your mouth at all times. And this literally came upon me out of nowhere, and it was the worst thing ever. I remember complaining to Bo, crying about it.
Because it just
I would brush my
whole
teeth.
time.
I'd brush my teeth like 95 times.
She'd have mints. We would try to find anything that got rid of it, but it just always was there.
Because it was always
I
there.
wonder if it will be there for, like, pregnancy number 2.
I hope not. It was probably the worst part of pregnancy was that. But the thing that I found that did work was sucking on vitamin C drops. So if anybody experienced that, just shout out to me. Okay, so then the last two things. When you do give birth, I drove myself to the hospital when I was giving birth.
She didn't actually go in, well, you went into labor,
I
but
went
she
into
was
real
2
labor.
weeks over. And so when she was like, I'm driving myself to the hospital, we all were like,
well, I was just...
oh, like, we didn't know because we thought you were just going to get...
Well, I had been in earlier that day for a checkup, and then I went into labor, and then I had to go back in, and then they were like, you're giving birth, you don't get to go home. But anyways, I was up from probably 6 a.m. the day before, all the way until probably like 2 days later. I did not sleep for 48 hours straight.
For her own,
my own doing. I just stared at my baby. And I understand that it's a very big thing. Like, you just gave birth. I had a C-section, so it was, like, very invasive surgery.
So scared. She was shaking so much.
That happens all the time.
I know, they get the shakes, but I was...
Because I remember Jackie.
And Julie was like, I'm never going to do this again. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Try to get some sleep in the hospital. I know a lot of people say that, but you really should. And the final thing I have to share is, if you have a C-section, I don't know if you get this, if you're just having normal delivery or not, but I got to have a catheter, and it was the coolest thing I've ever
She would not stop talking about how cool it was to have a catheter.
I didn't even know I had one. I literally
She
turned
may
to
have
Mom
been
the next
as excited about the catheter as a new baby boy.
I turned to Mom and Bo the next day, and I was like, guys, I haven't gone to the bathroom in 24 hours.
Amazing.
And
Even
Mom
though
was like,
she was up
Julia,
and walking
you have
around.
a catheter. No, I didn't. Not that first. Not until they took the catheter out.
You didn't walk? No, you
because
did.
I couldn't feel my body.
The next day that I came, so I was there when she came, had birth. She
But
laid
they
in bed.
took the
Then I was
catheter
there
out
the
by
next
then.
morning, and I walk in, and she's like, hi. And it's given my husband an unrealistic expectation of what it is like to recover from a major surgery. Because she literally was just like, I'm queen of the world right now. And I was like, you're having a C-section for all your babies. That's amazing. And I was like, I don't think that's real life. Hashtag not real life.
Hashtag I have fibromyalgia and know what pain is, so it's okay.
I know what pain is just in my head.
Yeah, you have swollen
All right,
pimples.
that's our mom advice. Stay tuned for other
Mom life advice.
life advice. Surviving 101.
101. Like us and subscribe.